So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Stormcatcher 1999. This is going to be another Karate Man recommendation. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was all right. I was disappointed. I was hoping for more from the great Dolph Lundgren. No such luck here. There were a couple of cool explosions and some treasonous activity. I'm not sure what the motivation is for overthrowing the U.S. government in this one. I don't think they knew either when they made this movie. Stormcatcher is a 1999 U.S. action film starring Dolph Lundgren and directed by Tony Hickox, who also co-stars in the film. New Zealand model and actress Kylie Bax debuts as Jessica Holloway, Dolph Lundgren's blondie Anna Nicole Smith lookalike. The film tells the story of a renegade general who plans to bomb Washington, D.C. with a new stealth fighter. Why? We don't know. He quotes Thomas Jefferson, and that's about it. But he has schizophrenic schizophrenic personality between freedom and control. Stormcatcher was released on HBO and then direct to video. That sounds like something Karate Man would say. Oh, it got limited release and then direct to video. Okay. I thought direct to video meant that it didn't get any release. I misunderstood. Flanked by Buddy Sparks Johnson on the ground and co-pilot Lucas in the air, Major Jack Holloway flies the U.S. top secret Phoenix stealth capable fighter jet, while Holloway's mentor, General William Jacobs, keeps FBI agents lock and load from snooping into his pet project. Holloway and Sparks enjoy some R&R with Holloway's wife Jessica and daughter Nicole. Jessica is the Anna Nicole Smith lookalike New Zealand model. And there's no nudity in this one. It turns out Lucas is an operative for the Serpent Killers, an intra military right wing group. Um, oh, I guess they don't like Bill Clinton, so they're going to blow up the White House. That's the deal. Now it's starting to make sense. Okay, I'm looking at the movie poster, and the print is too small. Oh, Karate Man's in the chat room. Stormcatcher. I can't read the friggin' movie poster on this. Dolph Lundgren did a new action movie, Michael J. White, called Exit Protocol. Just saw the trailer this morning. It comes out soon this year. Dolph is still kicking, even at 67, turning 68. That's what Karate Man has to say about Stormcatcher. Okay, well, he's probably got a big belly and he runs around like a little girl, similar to Steven Seagal nowadays. I know for sure Dolph Lundgren has man boobs, just like Arnold. Um, so Lucas doesn't like Bill Clinton. He's going to blow up the White House. Okay, that makes sense. Um, Lucas temporarily assuming Holloway's identity, he steals the Phoenix. Holloway is accused of the murders of the guards that protect the aircraft. Okay, we got a little plot twist kind of. Oh, wait, there is no plot. Never mind. Um, we got some kind of setup here, but it's not working. Branded a pariah. Holloway not only gets court martialed, but he is also nearly obliterated when his prison transport is ambushed and blown up for no apparent reason. But cool looking explosion though. Even cooler explosion with the U-Haul van at the end. Determined to clear his name, Holloway escapes after he touches base with his family. Extremist soldiers shoot Jessica, and the soldiers later kidnap Nicole. No sooner does Sparks convince Locke and Load of Holloway's innocence than Lucas guns them down and he kidnaps Sparks. However, Jacobs tells Holloway that if he ever wants to see Nicole alive again, Holloway must bomb the White House. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that ending. That would have been much better than the ending I just saw. Fun fact, the music in Stormcatcher is done by the same people, David and Eric Wurst, who also did the music for Blood Fist 4, Die Trying, Don the Dragon Wilson versus Katney Sassoon. We like Kat Sassoon on this channel. We want to see more Kat Sassoon. But her life ended too quickly. She didn't marry me to take her to church. Stormcatcher actually has a plot, and the plot is Dolph Lundgren kicking ass and shooting bad guys. That's it. Are they really bad guys if they want to blow up Bill Clinton's White House? All right. Distributed by Franchise Pictures, Phoenician Entertainment, and Stormy Productions. Production company Phoenician Entertainment. Release date September 10th, 1999. Running time 95 minutes. Nice little hour 35 minutes. That works for me. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying I was disappointed because I'm used to seeing great Dolph Lundgren movies, not semi-boring Dolph Lundgren movies. How many fights does he get into? Two? I'd say two at most. Anyway, and it's all slow motion and shaky camera stuff. Stormcatcher is set and filmed primarily in Los Angeles, California, with B-roll footage in Washington, D.C., taking place in 18 days. This was shot in 18 days. Are you kidding me? From October 19th to November 6th, 1998, The Phoenix aircraft used for filming, relying mostly on stock shots, was the Lockheed F 117 Nighthawk stealth fighter aircraft. The McDonnell Douglas F 15 Eagle, pictured on the film's movie poster, designed for pre sales and financing before being produced or having a finished script, was never seen in the film. The other main aerial adversary in the film was the gunman F 14 Tomcat. Stormcatcher premiered on HBO before landing on VHS and DVD. It was released on January 4th, 2000 by Columbia TriStar Home Video. Although not critically reviewed in major media outlets, the film did garner some attention from other film reviewers. David Parkinson of Radio Times rated Stormcatcher 1 out of 5 stars. Mr. Parkinson, who shares the last name as I do, wrote, faced with a minuscule budget, a few feet of stock aerial footage, and a script with dialogue that amounts to an aural assault, director Anthony Hickox has done well to produce a film that's only as bad as this one. Robert Party of TV Guide rated it 2 out of 5 stars, and they wrote, as action fodder goes, this Lundgren vehicle benefits from solid wild blue yonder photography and enthusiastically executed assault sequences. As the bombs fall on familiar terrain and the fists smash into standard issue bad guys, however, the landscape fills with deja vu. Let's check out Stormcatcher on IMDb. Bridge of Dragons is even better than Stormcatcher, which came out the same year. Dolph Lundgren versus Kari Hayuki Tagawa, round 2 in that one. Okay. Do I have Bridge of Dragons on my list? Bridge of Dragons is one of Dolph's best. He does a lot of martial arts, extremely underrated, like a lot of his movies. Yeah, I can see that. Um, Bridge of Dragons is 202 on my list. All right. Stormcatcher, 1999, rated R, 1 hour, 35 minutes. It gets a low 4.2 out of 10 on IMDb. I'm actually rating it higher at 6 out of 10. The movie poster is kind of lame. It says, to fight the winds of war, he must enter the eye of the storm. And it's got Dolph Lundgren with a mean looking face in some kind of military uniform that I don't particularly care for. 1,800 ratings, only 4.2 out of 10. People are harsher on this than I am on IMDb. Underrated to the max. Okay. Karate Man's back with his underrated spiel. A renegade general, Robert Miano, who was also in Death Wish, by the way, plots to bomb Washington using a new top secret jet called the Stormcatcher. The only trouble is only one man, Dolph Lundgren, is capable of flying it. So is Dolph Lundgren going to blow up Bill Clinton while he's getting a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky? All right, Flying with Dolph. Here's a less flattering review, giving it a 5 out of 10. I'm giving it a 6 from Refined Sugar on IMDb. Let's pull this up. Flying with Dolph. And of course, the library internet is much faster than my previous living situation. I'll get into that in a minute. I've been living in a homeless shelter for 12 days and I finally got an SRO. I'll show you that tomorrow if I can, if I have time to upload another video. But I got to move in first. So that's exciting. I'll put up my White Warrior poster if I can get some tape at Safeway across the street there. Okay, yet another. Oh, here's the review from Refined Sugar, October 20th, 2001 on IMDb. Gives it a 5 out of 10 and titles his review or her review, probably his, Flying with Dolph. Okay, yet another mediocre Dolph movie. I hear you, but at least it's not Fallen Knight, aka the Minion. This time around, Lundgren turns in a good but predictable performance as a run of the mill character, Major Jack Holloway, who's a test pilot for the military's top secret warplane, the Stormcatcher, hence the movie's title. What happens to the plane? Well, of course, it's stolen and he's framed for everything. Is there a conspiracy theory lodged somewhere in Stormcatcher? Yes. Do they use his wife and daughter as leverage to get him to do what they want? Yep. That itself isn't so bad. They are typical cliches of the genre. It's the generally it's the general inept story and more stupid characters than I'd like to count, like two CIA agents named Lock and Load. Yeah, I guess that was supposed to be some kind of um, cool looking TV show from the 90s. What was it called? I don't even remember. But those two characters lasted like 20 minutes and they're gone. Stormcatcher is yet another undistinguishable action flick with predictability written all over it. It's a cheaper, it's a cheapie through and through. Check out the usual assortment of stock footage, but somehow comes out looking half decent. Lundgren is decent here, but that doesn't allow it to rise over the giant heap of mediocre action flicks on the market as it is. You've seen this before, you've probably seen it done better. So, no good reviews on this other than Karate Man here, who says that Dolph Lundgren is underrated, at least anything from the 80s and 90s. Isaac Florentine directed Bridges of Dragons. He's right up there with Sam Furstenberg, John Woo on the list of the masters of action. Woo, there it is. All right. Let's go down. More like this. Bridge of Dragons, The Peacekeeper, Invasion USA, Red Scorpion.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think the next person will be here in a few minutes.
Okay, I'll wrap it up.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm assuming this is not the reservation under Alina?
No.
Just checking, okay.
No. A renegade general, Robert Miano, plots to bomb Washington using a new top secret jet called the Stormcatcher. The only trouble is only one man, Dolph Lundgren, is capable of flying it. So they seek to put him on the run in a conspiracy that makes him appear to have murdered several men and stolen the plane, then try to murder his wife and take his daughter prisoner, threatening to kill his daughter. If he doesn't help, he appears trapped. However, his best friend, Misto Clark, who is the plane's computer specialist, has a few tricks up his sleeve. That's a storyline from John Stackstetter, J. Stackstead at bellsouth.net. Taglines: to fight the winds of war, he must enter the eye of the storm. Rated R for strong graphic violence and for language. Filmed in 18 days. When one of the commando enter Major Holloway's house by the window, you can see the silencer of his gun waving. Captain Lucas is quoted as saying, "Do you have any respect for authority?" Captain Sparks Johnson says, "Not when they got an ass like that. That's hot. I wonder what's in the briefcase. Probably sex toys or something naughty." Major Jack Holloway laughs and says, "Come here." CIA agents lock and load. Sheesh. That's in the crazy credits. German retail video was cut to obtain a 16 rating. Rental video is uncut and rated not under 18. Both versions are available on DVD. Edited from Top Gun 1986. Release date October 12th, 2001 in Taiwan. Country of origin US. Language English, also known as Situation Critica. Filming locations Darwin, California, USA. Production companies Phoenicia Entertainment, Franchise Pictures, and Stormy Productions Inc. A budget of 2 million estimated and a gross of 11,580. That can't be right. Gross worldwide of 11,580. Runtime 1 hour 35 minutes or 95 minutes. It's in color. Sound mix ultra stereo. Aspect ratio 1.85 to 1. And going down my list, I've got Redhead 1941 at the top, number one, followed by Spies 1928, and the Bible collection Solomon 1997. So those are the next three movies coming down the pike. Oh, that was the librarian kicking me out of this room. Sorry for the interruption. That's the end of my review. I'll try to squeeze another one in today, possibly one more tomorrow, and we'll keep this going. Sorry for the delay on getting my reviews in. I've been living in a homeless shelter, having to walk 45 minutes from my car or to my car each time. And it's just been real difficult to watch movies and to get my reviews in. But I'm going to have my own bachelor pad tomorrow for the first time in 13 days. And we'll try to get some more reviews in later.